Hello, everyone. Adam again. Um, got the house to myself for a little bit. That's definitely not going to last long, so I thought maybe I'd take an opportunity to make a video. Um, Nothing real super important, nothing new as far as what's going on. Other than this Wednesday, I will finally get the psych evaluation portion done. I made this appointment like 2 months ago, and it's a good thing I did. It's a good thing I didn't wait because it took me, a month and a half, and I just don't see how they're that busy, but it took me a month and a half to get that appointment. Everything else is sitting waiting. I mean, everything else is done, taken care of. I'm on my APAP or /VPAP, whatever you want to call it. I'm on that per the surgeon's request. He wants me to be on it. A few weeks before surgery, he wants me to bring it to surgery. And it's interesting. Do your research on things, because when I first started looking at this, and I was like, I don't have sleep apnea. Certainly don't have obstructive sleep apnea. I'm not wearing no mask. But when you start to research some of this stuff, it's important. I mean, it's actually really important. And those things, those CPAPs / all the other type of PAPs, are very important and are supposed to help quite a bit. And I've been on mine for probably a week. Yeah, a week. As of last night, I was on a week. And I'm pretty much already used to it, to be honest. Pretty much already used to it. So that's a plus, definitely, because I was thinking it might take me a couple weeks to get used to it. But I can pretty much sleep through the night. Occasionally, I'll wake up and I'm kind of like, oh, what is all this tucked under my nose? And no problem going back to sleep. So that's a bonus. And then I was thinking I'll make a video at some point that shows the actual CPAP device, and what it looks like, how it works. It's virtually silent. You can't even hear it. I don't even know how it moves air, but it does. But anyways, aside of that, I want to talk about, people have been making mention to, do you tell other people? Do you not tell other people? And you got your folks out there that are like, I don't care what anybody says. I'm doing this for me. And then you got your other people that are pretty upset, and they are they're actually pretty bummed out about it. It really bothers them. So I thought I'd toss in my own 2 cents, let you guys know how I feel about that. First of all, yesterday I was at work, and the supervisor gal that I work with, good gal, nice gal, but she had made a comment about a fellow coworker, not a negative comment by any means. She's not that type of person. But she had made a comment because this coworker has had gastric bypass, and she's done really good. In fact, maybe a little bit too good. I don't know if any of you all are out there, and one of your concerns about surgery is, am I going to get too skinny? But I have seen people, and you may know people, who appear to have gotten too skinny. I think there's a point to get to where you are too skinny. And this lady may be to that point, but, I don't think so. But the gal that I worked with, supervisor gal, she said that she needs, this gal needs to stop losing weight. She's done a great job, but she's getting too skinny. I don't think that's one of my concerns. I think one of my concerns is I just want to get to being thinner. If I start crossing into the point of being skinny, I will welcome the challenge to maintain myself at a thicker weight. But I think that may be slightly easier than trying to lose all this. So, but again, it's really not my concern. But it kind of she kind of went on to make the mention that she didn't think that this person needed to do the surgery because prior to that they had lost a significant amount of weight. Well, if I understand it correctly, it was after this person's husband died. I think it's possible that they were getting back into the dating scene. I think, but if that was the case, then you know how it is. Whenever you're single, sometimes it's easier to be motivated to lose weight so you can, pick up somebody or whatever, or for whatever reason. But, I don't think she understood what we understand, the point that, yeah, we can lose that weight. And yeah, this lady lost that weight. But, 6 months down the road, a year down the road, was she going to be able to keep it off? And I think that's the big, the big thing with the reason why we're getting surgery, as opposed to trying to lose it on our own again. But anyways, it didn't strike a nerve in me or nothing, and it didn't upset me by any means, but it really helped me understand what some of you people are talking about when you're talking about people that are like, oh, you could lose it on your own and blah, blah, blah. Because she wasn't directly referencing me, and she knows, obviously they know I'm going for the surgery, but, I can kind of understand where people would get a little bit hurt or a little bit peeved, or really I think we feel misunderstood when people are saying this because they don't understand. I mean, if we just had to, most people don't. And most thin people, they don't understand what it's like to be obese. So they don't understand why we would, well, once we understood, why we would jump at the opportunity to have a little bit of help. Again, it's not that we can't exercise and lose the weight, but we need that extra little push sometimes to help us hold it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody says there's nothing wrong with asking for help. We're asking for help. Our surgery, we're asking for help. Help me. That's what we're doing. But I don't think people that are slender, I don't think that they understand. I don't think they will. I think there are those out there, maybe some of your friends or family, they may not understand, but they still support you. That's all fine and well. But, do they understand? And I would go so far as say probably not. How can they understand about obesity and how we feel about obesity and why we're going to surgery if they're not obese? That's it's another issue. That's like me trying to understand what it's like to starve. I have no clue. I don't look like I'm starving. I haven't starved day one of my life. That's why I look like this. But anyway, so yeah, that was interesting that it kind of turned out that way. And she said those things, and I kind of thought, it wasn't directed at me, but I kind of thought, I could see how if she was saying that to me, how it would kind of make me be like, it kind of sucks, And I was like, I kind of thought to myself, I started to kind of explain to them maybe a little bit about it, but then I kind of just said, just kind of backed off, and I was like, I don't need to explain. I don't want to educate anybody on it. I don't want to. I wouldn't even want it if they said it to me. Oh, Adam, you could lose weight. I'd be like, interesting, and then change the subject. Where'd you get them shoes? Something like that, because I don't have the drive or even the interest. But let's get a little more personal with it. A lot of people get upset about it, angry, things of that nature. I think I could get all at one time. I think I can be upset about it, angry, hurt, all at the same time. But mostly for people that are close to me. For those that aren't real close to me, like acquaintances or people I work with, things of that nature, I think it would be more of a judgmental thing. I would feel judged. I really would. I would feel like somebody saying you haven't done enough. Again, they don't know the surgery. They don't know what you're going to have to do after the surgery. But yeah, I think that it would peeve me a little bit. I really do. I think it will. I think some of those, may come my way. And if it does, my plan is to just deflect it. If somebody says to me, hey, I really think you could have done it on yourself or something like that, I would really try to change the subject. I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. And then I'd be like, how's work? Or how's the family? How's your kids doing? Blah, blah, blah. Something to just deflect it and not have to, I don't need to respond to it. It's just kind of like religion to me. I have faith in God and stuff, but I'm not about to argue with somebody, and I'm not about to try to have to explain myself. That's not something I need to do. But hopefully those situations don't happen too often. I feel bad for you people where it does, but at what point in time, we need to learn to shake it off, or at least have a plan to shake it off. I think you should have a plan for everything. We got a plan after surgery on how to eat, to try to get in our fluids, to exercise. But I really think that it's important to have a plan ahead of time for handling mental issues, or whatever you will. But I got some of those in place. I think, what I was talking about with them, I don't know, changing the conversation, changing the direction is a very easy technique. It's been around a long time. If somebody's talking about something that you don't want to get into, just change the conversation. Just change it over. And if they persist, then you need to excuse yourself. Hey, hey, can we catch up on this another time? I got to go do such and such. But then you got your people out there that are just like, they're going to fire back on people, and that's just stressful for you. That'd be stressful to me. I hope I don't do that. I don't know that I will. I'd like to think that I keep my mind more on, the fact that I'm dropping weight, and I don't really care if they think I could have done my own or not. At least it's being done. Be happy for us. It's being done one way or the other. It's not your stomach that got cut out. You're not having to get the symptoms or the effects of my stomach being cut out. If you did it your way and it worked out, good. If I'm doing it my way and it's working out, good. If you didn't want to go that route, you didn't. If I wanted to go that route, I did. So that's what I think about that. About that issue. So I haven't had anybody really be negative towards me. I'm a pretty sensitive fella in some ways that it might bother me. I probably wouldn't deal with it very long, but it might bother me, and I think I would like to think that it ain't gonna stop me from getting it done. It's just gonna be a little bit of aggravation along the way, kind of like a little dog nipping at your heels. So anyways, that's my response to that. Otherwise, things are going pretty good this weekend. Relaxing and enjoying myself. Got to get some things done, so I will conclude this video, unless I can think of another topic, because I got the house to myself right now. I got some time, shoot, I might use up this time just to make some videos and catch up. I've been meaning to catch up on some things, but I'm going to cut this one here, and we'll see you guys on the next one.